Hello and welcome to iBluairjgr Gaming for Comedy. We're back with yet another Stalker build. I like to call this one the Kung Fu Assassin. Utilizing the ability Concussive Kicks at Tier 8 in tandem with Tier 8 Punish, you'll be able to burst down even heavily armored targets effectively. Meanwhile, you'll be able to stop your opponent dead in his tracks with Stagger and False Retreat. If for some reason your opponent is still alive after getting kicked in the face and stabbed in the gut, just roll the out of there with Tactical Retreat Tier 4 and pounce to safety. Now that you know what this build is supposed to do, let's see how it does what it's supposed to do. The first ability on our list is Impale at Tier 0. It's just damage, that's all it does. It has no special bonuses. It's just damage. It costs 35 suit power to activate this ability. If it's used from the rear, it deals additional damage. That's it. Coming up next is something we're all pretty familiar with by now. It's Punish. It's your favorite, it's my favorite, it's everybody's favorite. Everybody loves Punish. At Tier 8, Punish gets transformed from a generic resource builder with moderate damage into a devastating attack with some sweet bonuses. The Tier 4 bonus increases the target's damage taken by physical attacks by 10% for a bunch of seconds. Tier 8 bonus allows you to regen suit power whenever this ability is used. If it's used below 35 suit power, you will regenerate a massive 45 suit power. It's really good. Last but certainly not least is the ability that makes this build really cool. It's Concussive Kicks. The Tier 4 bonus allows this ability to be activated twice. The first activation will cost no suit power, and it won't put the ability on cooldown. The second activation of this ability will cost 15 suit power and put the ability on cooldown. That is a ridiculously roundabout way of saying you can activate this ability twice in a row for the same cost of activating it once if you don't have the Tier 4 bonus. The Tier 8 bonus, whenever Concussive Kicks hits its target, it reduces the cooldown of your assault abilities by 2 seconds. This synergizes extremely well with Punish and Impale. It will allow you to unleash a devastating volley of attacks, one after another. It doesn't stop. It's still going. You think it's gonna stop, it's not gonna stop. It's crazy. Oh. Last but not least, utility abilities. You've seen them all before, so I'm gonna run through it real quick. False Retreat, jump back 15 meters, leave a mark in your original position. You can jump back to that mark at any time. Boom, knocks down enemies in the radius. Next up, you know it, you love it, it's your favorite, it's my favorite, it's Preparation. The Tier 4 bonus restores health while you're channeling. Without the Tier 4 bonus, you only restore suit power while channeling. And finally, regardless of the tier you have for this ability, at the end of the channel, you'll get a bonus to your critical hit chance and your deflect chance. It's very versatile. Next up we have Stagger. It stuns up to 5 enemies in front of you and it destroys an interrupt armor. We're almost done here, people. Tactical Retreat Tier 4 is a critical skill for Stalker PvP regardless of the build. It rolls you back a few meters and puts you in a state of advanced stealth. The Tier 4 bonus will break you out of any CC that you're in. And finally, we have Pounce. This will dash your character forward 25 meters. It will grant you a swiftness, increasing your movement speed, and it will snare any targets you hit. Now, this is where it gets good. We get to see the build in some actual PvP combat. The first thing you're probably wondering, what's the burst like? Well, the burst is really, really f***ing good. And let's slow this down because that happened way too fast. First things first, I picked my target, the Lonely Chewa Spellslinger. I used Pounce to get close to him. Cool thing about Pounce, it does not break your stealth. Even if it hits the target, it will not break you out of stealth. Once I got close enough to him, boom, it begins with Impale. Boom, second Impale. Pacha, Punish, Stagger for the stun, some more Impales, Concussive Kicks begin now. Land the first one, land the second one, Punish comes off cooldown. Boom, try and land that, try and get some more Impales, but he ran away just in the nick of time because he was gonna die if he didn't. The burst is really good. So, like always, I'm not just gonna show you the perfect moments, I'm going to show you a little bit of everything. This is what happens when things don't go exactly according to plan. This is the same Chewa Spellslinger we saw just a few moments ago, and he's still alive. The last time we saw him, he was dead in like 3 seconds flat. but he's holding his own this time, kind of. He's gotten pretty well bruised up from my first assault, but he's got backup on him. You can see Stalker's chasing me around, but I'm focused on that Spellslinger. I'm trying to take him out, and I will, because he's going to back himself into a corner and get gibbed out. But the more backup is coming, it's like, what do? I can't fight them all. I'm not like a Superman or a Superwoman or whatever. I'm just a regular Stalker. Last but not least, we're going to see this build get completely trumped out because of bad plays on my part. I unstealthed to try and get an objective in Halls of the Bloodsworn. He saw me right away and rooted me in place. I'm trying to chase after him, but he is relentless with his crowd control. This is an Esper. Espers are known for having some serious crowd control, but wait. I just did something really cool, and we're going to slow it down so we can see exactly what. I'm using preparation. He's creating some distance between us. I turn the camera around and use false retreat to close the gap. He sees what I'm doing, but he backs up in the wrong direction towards the false retreat circle. Boom! Landed that knockdown. Now that I got him still, boom, land some impales. Try and get some concussive kicks in there. Try and get some punishes in there. But I'm not going to be able to do it. He's just whittling me down. He's kiting me very well. And it's just, in the end, it's not going to work. I'm going to fall. Well, I'm not going to fall. I'm not going to die because the match is going to end. But I was probably going to die. If I didn't play so horribly, maybe I would have won. But this build is really cool. If you're just trying to do some damage, no fancy tricks, no doodads, no weird gadgets. You just want to whoop some ass. You just want to get in there, start kicking motherfuckers in the head. You just want to start kicking dudes in the face. You just want to start kicking.